All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. And all the prepper people, and the off-grid people, and the solar people, and the crippled people, and all the rest of y'all people. Hemp people, can't forget them people. There are a lot of them people. Um, I just wanted to show you is we went to town yesterday, and I was at Ace, and I kind of got back asswards a little bit. I did pick up the pipe. I picked up all the brass fittings, and I was right. That was about $100, maybe even a little bit more is what I'm trying to get at. I did pick up a whole bit for the fans. I have a perfectly good one right down there. Well, not perfectly good. Well, it's not good and it's not perfect. Okay, let's just call it what it is. The Both of the mandrels, the drills are bent, and this is very old, like as old as they can be in that plastic box. That kind of old. But the drill bits are bent, not broke, just walky, so it walks the deal. And you can't undo the thing anymore. It's not they're stripped out; they just don't come out no more. Like totally locked up is what I'm trying to get at. So I just said, okay, cut the loss. This whole thing was $17, mandrel, new bit, the whole bit. And I'll take the bit out when I go to in all that. I forgot to get the strap steel to make the standoff, to hold the box away from the face. And and the little chunk of steel. I was just going to get a little piece of flat steel if I couldn't. I didn't find anything at Walmart that kind of fit the bill to make what it is. I need it to be in between the element and the stainless steel to hold the pipes away from it. This would be not there when I put it, when I'm doing the assembly part or the making of it. I'll put this in afterwards after it's let me explain it to you, and then we won't have to double explain it. To make this little jujube, we are gonna show you what it looks inside, because it's just a can, right? There we go. But there's the bottom of it. We're gonna cut a hole, an access hole, big enough to get this mounted, probably about as big as my hand. Would be big, be big enough is what I'm trying to get at. So there will be a little lip that'll fit all the way around this. I was looking at some long bolts that I had. I don't know if I'll use them or not. I'll look at the hardware store when I go. They're not optimal is what I was trying to mean. They might work, they might not work. If I could find some that would work, I'll go with it. But it's to drill a hole in the like 3 corners of the deal, or even 2 corners, or side to side diagonal, would be enough to bolt it down to the bottom. Then when this is shortened up, that aluminum or that stainless steel vent tube is put in here. It goes up into the bottom of the box here. It'll be mounted. This will be upside down and put in the bottom, and I'm going to cover that with concrete, just about this tall, right about here. The pipes will be in there and everything, but I'll get up as close to the top of this as I can. I'm not going to go with copper. They didn't have the fitting anyways. I did find somewhere, it won't hurt it. I did find a little measuring cup. I'm just going to take the silicone out of the handle, put it over the top. This is heavy. This is almost as heavy as that, gauge-wise, for stainless steel. So it shouldn't tear it up. And if it does, it's that oddball little one that you never use. But it should be better with the forced air thing, is what I'm trying to get at. And the fans work. I mean, they had plenty of power, or know how to say that, pressure. They had plenty of pressure. In the volume wasn't, I don't think, well, maybe at 220 they would be putting out the volume that they were talking about. At 120 they don't. and the power meter shows that they only make like 50% power factor, so they could literally double, and then it would be that 1.0 on the power factor. I didn't actually realize how that worked. A pretty slick trick. It's by resistance and jazz like that. There's a math equation. Look it up. This is its power cord. I'm going to take this big 3-prong gizmo, and this good heavy cord, like way bigger than this stuff here, is I'm going to replace this one here, this black one, with that 3-prong job, and that way I can plug in the one that goes around the corner, plug in one of these heaters or whatever, as need be, and then that other one goes away. This one over here will come over there, is what it is. They'll swap spots. And then that old one will go away. But, and where are we at other than that? I don't got nothing new there. Oh, that video, y'all. Oh, don't get excited. I'm not mad in any way. I had a neighbor call me about that. Are you mad? I guess he saw the video. No, the road thing, the guy was just like a little bit arrogant, a little bit indignant, a little bit aggravated, a little bit aggressive, all little. But he was brash, and it was like, dude, I don't care about your brash bullshit, manly, dick measuring crap that you're going through. I'm just a cripple on the other side of a fucking 4-foot tall pile of dirt, and I can't go home. Period. That was the end of it. And when I tried to tell him that I didn't need any more fill on the driveway end, because the van already drug, when I have that thing on the back for the lift, either for my buggy or the propane tanks, whatever I put on the back of the van, it drags like really bad. The van doesn't drag by itself so much, except for that part that hangs down for the 4-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive thing that hangs down. Transfer case. I was lost it there for a minute, but the transfer case would drag on that hump that he made, but just barely is what I'm trying to get at. Another foot or whatever that pile was going to make, it was like, no, Wayno, dude, that's not going to work. You know what I mean? That's just, that's silly is what I'm trying to get at. And then when he gouged it and shoved it up in a freaking pile and dug down, he didn't do that in one pass. He did that like in 4, 5, 6 passes. It was very, very, very deliberate what he did. And then plowed up I'm going to make another video so I don't forget it. Like I said, am I intimidated by the aggression? No, none of it. I'm not impressed by none of it. I'm not baffled by the bullshit. I'm not bedazzled by the brilliant. None of it, okay? My dad was a union engineer for over 40 years. I am a cartographer, satellite cartographer. That was one thing my dad was really proud of, is that I learned cartography, making maps. He said, make me look good. And that's just his way, because he was an engineer, and that's what cartographers do. They make the engineers look good. Was it like my passion? No, not really. I was more into the computers than I was the actual cartography. To be honest, did I make pretty maps? Oh yeah, I did. And the irony here is I was the cartographer for the county that I came from in Arkansas before I came here for the fucking road department to do this exact job. So, like I said, is he intimidating me with the aggressive, 3 cans of Jolt bullshit? Okay, no, I'm not. I'm not impressed by the energy drink generation. None of y'all impress me. I'm sorry. Calm the fuck down. In anybody that is like prior military and you got issues like this, is what I'm trying to get at. Seek fucking help. Outside of the VA, they're not helping you. None of their drugs are helping at all, I promise you. That's just hurting a lot of vets is what I see. Is I don't have those issues. I'm one of them mellow ass motherfucking vets. People don't always see it like that because I don't take their bullshit, and I take much less bullshit now that I'm crippled in a wheelchair. I got like no time for your crap, is what it is. If you want to go act all silly or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I have the pictures. The driveway was more than halfway up the berm on the outside. He has cut this down to where it's going to let the water in. My house floods, I'm going to sue the county. I will sue him. I will sue the supervisor if he doesn't tell me who this guy is. If he wants to cover for it, that's great. And do I want any money? No, I don't want any money. The money would go into a interest-bearing account for lawyers to continue to sue the county when they act up, because that's what stops bullshit like this. And this guy is clearly somebody's cousin, somebody's nephew, somebody's grandkid. Okay, he is fucking entitled. That's what I'm trying to get at. He is more than fucking entitled. And no, I'm not impressed by that. We have that in Arkansas, the good old boy mentality. No, that's like racist. That does not impress me, y'all. I'm sorry. And when you're like that, I'll piss on you too, because your shit is not. I don't even know how to say that. It's just not impressive, is all I'm trying to get at. Nothing. If you want to impress me, work with a material that nobody's worked with in 70, 100 years or whatever like that, like hemp or whatever. Develop a few products and then give them away. That'll impress me. Make a few videos for people to share and to pass around and blah, 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 blah. That will impress me. But for anybody who has to have $1 billion bank account, act all indignant or arrogant or whatever like that, because the simple truth is my van could not cross any higher than it was before the extra 3 fucking foot of dirt. It could not do it anymore. Y'all, that picture is deceiving. That post is as long as the bed on my truck. That's like 5 feet tall is what I'm trying to get at. That's sitting out on the end of that driveway, or more is what I'm trying to get at. This whole bed rail on my flatbed is what that post is. That was a tall thing, because I'm only going on James's truck. He has a big Chevy truck, big 4-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive van. And he tried to jump the pile. He was spinning rocks on the drive line. It was chaotic is what I'm trying to get at. And he crossed, and it was like, woo, like that. And he goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm waiting for the road grader guy." And about then, the road grader guy was coming. So a lot of this is just drama. And no, I'm not mad in the least, but I'm not taking bullshit either. Now that won't happen. So it's 6 and 6, and I'm going to go out and fix the driveway, take pictures of it before I do. If he cuts it again and cuts it more dramatically, because has it flooded in 13 years that I've been here? No. Can he make it flood? You fucking right. Like I said before, when it rains just a tiny bit here, there's a volume of water that can't go through this almost impermeable silt, and it has to go somewhere. And a jackass like this can destroy a road, because there's a dozen spots in the subdivision where they have fucked it up, like horribly fucked it up. You got to drive out in the desert, go around it to get around these big ass mud puddles that they've made. Is that on them? Yeah, it is. Period. There's no way around it. Yes, it's on them. It can be fixed. Yes, it could. Do they do it? No, they don't. So I'm just saying, I pay my taxes like anybody else. And this guy he threw the cripple thing back at me so many times that it got raw, is what I'm trying to get at. And yeah, I'm just not taking a shit. I don't care that I'm crippled in a wheelchair. Dude, I will whip your ass in a wheelchair. Don't ever think that that I'm going to just peacefully take your shit because you want to be an arrogant little cunt. That's not going to happen. But am I mad? No, I'm not. And I'm hoping that this will just blow over. But am I going to make the video? Am I going to post the video? Yes, I'm going to do that. But am I mad? No, not in the least. Shit happens. And like I said, to me, he sounds like a cousin, niece, uncle, grandkid kind of entitled kind of person that was pumped up on fucking energy drinks and got wickedly defensive because I couldn't cross a pile any higher than the last pile that he put up there. That was his problem, his only problem. And had the material been wet where I could have done something with it, raked it out like I did the first pile, I would not have bitched at all about this, y'all. Had I been home to use the wheelchair to get out there to do it like I did the first time, no, I would never have said a word. I was out on the road. I couldn't even get back to my wheelchair, my power chair. My manual chair don't work in the dirt. It don't work in the sand. I don't think anybody's does. Maybe they make a sand chair. I don't know. I don't have one. Mine rips off my thumbnails. That's what mine does. So, okay, guys, this is getting long. Well, not real long, but long. It's getting long, and I'm tired of talking about that. But yes, I am going to make a video. Yes, I'm going to post it just so I have it. But no, I'm not like mad or nothing like that. None of that. Okay. But am I going to take shit? No, I'm not. Especially not from a hothead. And that's the word I was trying to say. Hothead. Like we had a lot of those, cowboy buckle boot wearing hard asses or whatever you want to call it, stiff dick or what. There's a lot of names for them in a club, and we had those, and that's exactly who he hits me like. And that's just from 33 years of working in those clubs. It don't matter how aggressive you want to be. Just because I'm in a wheelchair, I'm also a martial artist, in lifelong martial artist. If you get within 5 feet of me, I can make you cry. I can make you squeal faster than you can get away from me. And you're dragging dead weight. I've been attempted robbed here, a bunch of shit. This is not an easy state. If you can't defend yourself, is what I'm trying to say, or at least not this area of the state. I don't know about it all. I'm sure Denver would have to be right up there with rough, but that's the one thing. If any of y'all could ever hear my voice, okay, I want so bad to do like a ranch, a place for crippled up people, wayward, thrown away people, all of it, okay. And that's all I want out of life. So if y'all want to do a collaboration or whatever on anything I've done, if you can do it on your own, hey, knock yourself out. On some of that stuff, I want some money, and I want that ranch. It'd be about $55 million, but that would like house a lot of people, like a whole town of people, and that's exactly what I'd like to do. I would like to build a whole town of people up here in the mountains, just the thrown away ones, just those. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I need $55 million is what I need. I have an idea of the ranch that I want, and what I could do with it, and it's closer to Denver is what I'm trying to get at, like a lot closer to Denver than here. Still up in the Highland. Just much farther north. This valley's big. This valley goes from almost to Denver all the way down to Albuquerque. This is a huge, huge valley. There's a little, like bumps and hills that you go over, but for the most part, it's the same crack in the mountains, just filled with a lot of sand. Well, y'all, okay, I'm gonna let this go now because it is that time. I'm gonna go pick up some strap from the hardware store, a couple other things I'd forgot when I was at Ace. But I did remember the sand to put in it. That was miraculous. I didn't even have that on my list. I happen to remember it when we were loading the pipe, and I said, "Man, oh, that's what it was." I happened to see it through the fence, is what it was. It's not like I had some epiphany of of clear, of memory or whatever. That don't happen. That's what these videos are for. Otherwise, I would literally just forget and then get screwed over in the end because I forget too much. My ex-wife was wonderful about like manipulating that to no end. Yeah. So you live and learn, and then you learn not to do that no more, is what it comes down to. And or it makes you who you are. Oh, I did look for a dolly for this thing. No, Wayno, can't. No doing it. I think I'm just going to find one that's roughly the same diameter, maybe one that's a little bit bigger, but I want to take the bottom out of the dolly and then just take the strap. If it's bigger, make a little L where I can put bolts on it to make it fit. This is what I'm trying to get at, like a five-wheeled one, but bolt it directly into the stainless steel. Instead of making it sit on top is what I'm trying to get at. Because I need that access hole to always change out that element that's going to be right there in that thing. I'm pointing at the stuff as I see it, and see for me that thing here that you're seeing is right there. It's too much for my brain some days, but it's okay. Okay, y'all, I'm going to let it go at that. Talk to you there. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hope you're getting a big weekend and all that. And like I said, I'm not distressed or nothing like that, unless he deliberately, like this time, I can fix it. But if he cuts it again to where it deliberately makes the water come into the yard, that would really screw shit up. And then I would sue the county, because that's really vindictive, and that's their dog. That just like any rabid animal, they're responsible for his actions. So, but it's just for that, nothing more. It's just defensive, legally defensive is what I'm trying to get at in nature. But other than that, I could care less. To be honest, anybody that gets at panties in a wad, big boy crybaby bullshit kind of like thing, it almost makes me giggle, y'all. Like I said, 33 years in them clubs, that's a long time for the same mentality of man, baby, child. And they're the same. It don't matter if they're 21 or 61 or 71. They're all the same. Every one of these people are the same, and they're that way their entire life. They're the same ones that if it don't go right, they'll smash that son of a bitch to hell. That is who they are. They can't help themselves. Bless their heart. I've never hit anything in anger in my life, ever. Have I hit? Oh hell yeah, buddy! I've busted some shit up. I can't say, but have I ever hit anything in anger? Never one time. Never once. And my ex-wife, she tried to provoke that shit as hard as she could. Never touched her. Never. Even during the divorce, she got so mad she bounced off of me. She like took 3 steps and bounced off of me, and did that 2 or 3 times until she lost her balance and fell on her ass and said, "You see," all the kids were standing around right in the room, and she goes, "You saw him. He threw me to the ground." And they get up off the ground, Mom. You're embarrassed. That's sad. I mean, that is how dramatic these people get. I was just married to one of these people. There's female ones just like this. I think they call them Karens or whatever. No different. Same thing. Man Karen, girl Karen. Same, y'all. I call them sociopaths and psychopaths. But, it just depends if they're openly angry or closet angry. That's the only difference for me. But that's the words I use. You can call them Karen if you want. All right. Talk to you then. Bye.